Hello, my name is Wilton, and I'm making this video to help show how to make a stationary map in Dr. At's Welcome Aboard the Harpy Express mod pack. Apologies if I sound a little bit off. I am currently sick. Anyways, so for this tutorial, I will be using a super flat map just to make my life a lot easier. And I did already preset some stuff, again, to make sure my life is a lot easier, but I did do a previous recording and I had some glitches come up, but this should be a very good, easy to do tutorial. Anyways, so you're gonna wanna have your map for starters. The thing with stationary maps, you only need one version of the map. You do not need copies. Unless of course you have like a ready area within your actual map, and then you want, if you have the ready area though, for example, within like your actual map, then you will want to make a copy and just follow the steps that I have here. So anyways, when it comes to making the map, you're going to want to, for starters, get the coordinates of the bottom most left portion here, and also topmost right. Well, topmost left, bottommost right, whichever. I don't really care which word or preference you use, but either way, you want the complete opposites of the map. Now, with the coordinates of where both of those places are, you're going to go into chat and type wave, map variables, set, play area, and then those chords. And that is your play area. The next thing you're going to set is the ready area. As you can see, I kind of made a little one right here, and you're going to do the exact same thing with getting chords here, and then typing wave, map variables, set, ready area, and those chords. Now that you have the ready area, it is vital that you also have the spawning areas too. For instance, when players actually spawn into the world for the first time, you're going to set world spawn at this location, as well as wave, map variables, set, spawn position. And you might be thinking, wait, isn't that spawn position for the play area? No, it is actually play area offset. But this is where you're also going to set spawn position. Now, what you're going to do next is save the coordinates for the very center of the ready area. And then you're going to go to where you would want your players to spawn within the actual map and save the coordinates here. Now, before you do anything else, I also suggest doing spectator spawn position at this exact same coordinate. Now, for the actual getting players to spawn in the map, this is where your play area offset is. Offset is the difference between two coordinates, and the reason why I want you to save the coordinate back in the ready area and also here was because unfortunately you're going to have to do a map and find a bit of a difference. If, say, the x coordinate increases between the ready area and the map area start, then it is going to be a positive number when it comes to the difference. If it is a decrease, then it's going to be a negative number of difference. If nothing changes, it is going to be a 0. It's very simple, very easy to do. But that is how you set up the spawn position. And all of that, it's a bit time consuming, but once you do it, it's going to make your life a whole lot easier. And now for the actual testing to see if the map works. Now, all players can do this. It is the very simple wave start, like the wave start command. However, for non-supporters, you can only do murder, and only, I repeat, this is a very important thing to know with stationary maps, only do wave generic. That is the only one that'll work with stationary map every single time. If you do any one other of these, it will put you in a moving map, and it'll glitch a lot of things that you're not going to want. And another thing for non-supporters, unless you have 5 other people helping you out with the map at the same time, you're going to need to spawn players in. Again, just to make your life a lot, just to make sure that you have that 6-player count. So you can see I've already spawned some in. And then you're going to teleport them into the... Is that all entities? No, that's all players. And you're going to teleport them in, and then you're going to have the map start. Also important to note, real quickly, for the map starts, wait map variables, set, game mode, and map effect, same thing as the start. It's going to be the exact same thing as start, just different starting command. Instead of wait start, it's wait map variables. They're fine. Yeah, and then basically you will be in the map. It'll work and function exactly how a normal map goes. Now, as you might notice, you do not have a key or a parchment or the parchment paper, your ticket that tells you why you're here in the first place. Well, here's the thing. For starters, the parchment paper, not really needed because this is a different map. It's not a train, so it wouldn't really make sense, personally, in my opinion. And secondly, the key, however, it is a bit more tricky, so to speak, as in you've got to actually set your own keys in, like, on your own, because, what am I saying here? I gotta clear my words here, but basically, because the map keys do not spawn in your inventory, you will need to, 1, set the actual keys to specific rooms and doors, and 2, you will also need to put down a tray, a food tray with the actual keys within the tray. Now, for a quick little example, let's make these 2 houses are rooms. So just to help a little bit here, I'm gonna get sign. So we have room 1, and then room 2, all right? And you can do, one of the benefits actually is that you can do as many rooms as you want with a stationary map. Now, what you're going to do is give room key, and then room 1 in quotes. And there you go. Now that you have your room 1 key, you are going to shift and right click on the door. Now, it's gonna seem like you did absolutely nothing. Nothing did. Even more, the door's gonna open and close easily. Well, guess what? It's gonna lock. Do not worry. And then a little tip of advice for this step and process are the chests. Little suggestion, I keep a chest personally with a copy of the keys, so that way if you accidentally lose one when trying to get the games to start and work, you can just access them there. And then you're also, once again, going to do wave, give room key, room 2 in that, and then go to here, shift, right click. You can do it as many times as you want just to be sure. Let me grab the other key real quickly. And then on the food tray, you are going to put the keys within the food tray, just to, make sure people can actually grab one when the game starts, because it doesn't automatically go into your inventory, unfortunately. All right, now that we have that all settled out, teleport all players to We accidentally lost Steve and Alex. Alright, now that we have all of our players, we just have to get the game to start. I will say I do have auto start just to make, again, my life easier for me. For non-supporters that don't have operator and server at all times, you are going to need the train. Whistle, unfortunately, even if it doesn't make sense within the world of your map. Alright, you've got all your players in. Now you can grab a key. And you've got a key now that you can use for the map. And just to check, I have room 1. So we'll go check room 1. Now I haven't actually tested this quite yet. You might need to use the actual wave doors. Yep, you will need to use the wave doors. So right there, I can already answer a question here. You have to use the wave doors for the game. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this, and then also our room keys, and we're gonna go ahead and replace these doors with wave doors, which, you know, it makes sense because these doors are the ones that are actually coded to do stuff. All right, go along that. And then gonna lock that. All right, let's try that again just to see if that will work. It should, because I have my own. Alright, we are in the game, and then I'm gonna grab our key. Let's see what I got. I got room 1. It does, because it is like the food and drink trays, it works how you get it randomly, by random chance, and because you can't get rid of the keys, you can't grab another. Alright, so we see, yep, it is locked, but if we actually have the key, it'll open. And to even more prove, room 2 can't open it. And so that is how you set up the keys for the wave back. Now, when it comes to things like drink and food trays, you can make them how you want to. I advise, though, a few things here. I advise against using soups or things like honey, which have like bottles that you get left with at the end. And a second thing about the about the food and drink trays. Say if you're a murderer and you poison a food or drink tray and no one ends up getting it by the time the round ends, it is going to stay poisoned. I do not know how to fix this. Unfortunately, it is just a side effect of using a generic map that does not reset everything for you within the code, I think. I don't know. I've not actually looked at the code or even attempted command blocks, but I'm sure if you can figure it out, you can definitely figure it out and fix it either with command blocks or mods. I just don't. Another thing too, if you use a crowbar on a door, by the time the next round happens, that door is going to stay open. You will need to go in creative mode and actually close the door. And thirdly, say if you're playing around and someone has a revolver and they accidentally drop the revolver and then the round ends or something like that, that revolver is gonna stay while everyone's all the way over there. So you will also have to go and pick it up yourself. So those are the very basics of setting up a wave map in terms with different map qualities and whatnot. Say if you want to actually set the visuals, unfortunately, for some reason, Wave set visuals in generic maps is a little bit finicky, doesn't like doing that, so you have to do it on your own, manually, with something like this. And just for a little bit of proof that this does work, and as you can see, the map is now in sunset mode. It is now sunset. And so that is how you do the wave map setup for stationary maps. And again, side effects include you will have to pick up any items that are dropped, redo any food or drink trays that are left poisoned, or also close any doors that were crowbarred open. Again, if you do have any questions, please ask in the comments. I will answer them for you very easily. And this will work with pretty much any generic map that you make. For example, I'll actually show one of mine right here. This is an example of what I mean. This is a stationary map that I made. As you can see, it's got a little bit of stuff that's not easily as seen. But say if you go into here, and then I am doing discovery because I am a supporter. So you go in and whatnot, and as you can see, you spawn right to the map. You pick up key. I got room 1, so I will be all the way up there. And yeah, map works perfectly fine as it should. Yeah, that's how you do a with generator map. Actually, before I forget, because I about forgot here, whenever you want to do things for, say, a murder, where they have a door that only they can access via lockpick, so one of the special things about Wade's code is that on the actual train, doors like this that will lock when the rounds start, that they don't do that with generic maps. Well, not really. See, the thing is, they have to be facing outside area. And as you can see, I have parts of the map that they don't go outside. So how do you deal with this, to be exact? Well, you do the same thing as you do when setting up keys for rooms. You make a door, you set a key to it. However, instead of putting that key in the tray, you do what I did, and you put it in a chest with the different ones. And that is how you do Wave map setup. I hope this is useful, and again, ask in comments if you need help with anything. And I am also working on a written out guide too that I should be able to get out soon within a couple days and add to the description. Thank you for watching.